Hey guys, welcome. This is season 6, episode number 1. And yes, we had our season finale. We didn't actually celebrate it as big this time, but we are in season 6. Welcome, Boss Fam, to Real Talk Houston. I am Carlotta B. And this is the show that motivates, illuminates, captivates, inspires, and brings you the real talk. Very warm welcome to a special guest. She is a powerhouse in the real estate world, CEO of THIBODEAUX Realty Group, and she's a top-performing realtor known for dominating the duplex market, you guys. She has a very sharp eye for multifamily investments and a track record of helping both first-time buyers and seasoned investors build real wealth through duplexes. She has built a reputation for turning complex deals into smooth closings. She is truly a force to be reckoned with, you guys. Very, very warm welcome for the one and the only Tiffany THIBODEAUX to the red sofa.
Thank you. That was amazing. That was awesome.
You deserve it all. You are absolutely amazing. And thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. So you ready to have some fun?
I am.
All right. We're going to get into this. Since I made the post, I've had so many people DMing me.
Yeah.
What's up with the free duplex? We wanted more information. What do we do? I need that home. I'm here for the duplex.
Yeah.
So it's been very, very interesting to see all the comments, and people are super, super excited. Mm-hmm. And I also had a lot of messages about people wanting to get into real estate. They want to invest. They want to know how to get started. So what we're going to do today is pull back some layers.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about all of that.
Okay.
So we're going to get all of those questions answered hopefully today. And I know we can't do it in 30, 40 minutes. Yeah. However, they can reach out to you if they want more information after we're done today.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
So let's get to it. First of all, I got to ask you, how did you even get into real estate? And what is one thing that you really, really love about real estate?
So it's interesting how I got into real estate is my husband, of course.
Okay.
So when I met him, he was transitioning from kind of doing the flip into building for investors.
Okay.
So he was just getting JB THIBODEAUX off the ground, JB THIBODEAUX Homes and Properties off the ground.
Okay.
And it was kind of like just being around him, learning the building process, dealing with the investors. Learning the wholesaling. He would have me skip tracing, looking up names, finding lots. And so that's kind of how I got introduced into it.
Okay.
And I didn't get my license, being hard-headed, I didn't get my license for a couple of years after that. But we have been doing like a lot of investment deals and all that behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But it took me, after getting married, immediately getting pregnant. I was like, okay, it's time.
Okay.
Yeah. And I knew I didn't want to take a baby, 6-week-old baby, to daycare. So I went and got my license, and here we are.
Yeah. That's the hardest thing, having a baby and then trying to immediately get to work.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the corporate world, they don't care. So
they do
6 weeks, you gotta come back.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be ready.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got my license.
That's good. So you guys started out, well, he was flipping. And then you started helping.
Right.
So and that was actually a good segue into learning all about the business.
Yes.
So that was smart.
I've definitely picked up all of the building side of it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the fun part, actually.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. I'm a foundation person. I like to see what happens way down here, and then let me see it build up through the entire process.
It's interesting to see.
Yes.
Just raw
start to finish.
Yeah, to the completion. And what I like most about it is that part, right? Picking out all the finishes and just, kind of being the creative side of it, but also the relationships.
Yes, that you build.
Yeah. So you meet so many people, you build the relationships because it's a lot of people, it's their first investment. This is the biggest purchase they're going to make, right?
Exactly.
So they kind of lean on you a lot, right?
They do.
But
this is
building
true.
the relationships with them, that's been the most rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, building relationships.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that later because that is that's a key factor because
for
you
sure.
need those relationships
Yes.
in order to be successful.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So you are, how does it feel to be a top producer and first lady of THIBODEAUX Realty Group?
People give
How
me
does
a hard
that
time for that first lady stuff, but that's who I am.
I
That's
love that
it.
though.
Yeah.
I love it. How does it all feel?
It's truly a blessing.
Yes.
Just getting into the field. I came from sales, so it kind of it was a corporate sales, but it kind of was an easier transition.
Yeah.
But it's truly a blessing.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, and that's perfect that you said that because I was going to segue into that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to ask, what were you doing prior to getting into real estate? So you were in sales.
I was in sales. I worked at Toshiba International. I wasn't selling computers. They're bigger than that, but
yes, they are.
I was in the sales for the manufacturing of UPSs. It's a big long thing, but I was in corporate sales, and it was just kind of an easy segue from business to business to personal. The personal side is way better.
Yeah. So you already kind of had some of the elements of talking to people and putting things together, putting something together to
all the things.
Yeah. I love that. That is perfect. So I'm trying to remember if I remember some of my terminology. Universal product. I'm trying to remember what the acronym UPS.
The one for Toshiba, it was uninterruptible power source. So it's basically like
not what I was thinking.
Big generator.
Okay.
Battery operated.
Uninterrupted power source.
Yeah.
So okay.
Like we did a lot of business with hospitals and the airport. If power goes out while you're doing surgery, it takes the generator maybe 30 seconds to kick in. But you have that UPS already working, so you don't lose power. Because imagine you're working on a heart, right?
Exactly. Those 30 seconds matter.
It matters.
So it runs in parallel to the actual electricity, or
correct. Yeah.
That's just a super great backup source to have.
Yeah.
In those places that cannot afford to have a moment without electricity.
With like Google.
Yeah.
If they miss 30 seconds, that's like hundreds of thousands of dollars for them.
Isn't that something?
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very interesting.
That's even more. We don't even think about. I think most people think that hospitals and airports and places like that, nursing homes, and most people think they just have a regular generator and it just kicks in. Maybe one more powerful than a residential generator.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Because
very interesting. If you
don't like support, you can't go 30 seconds.
Yes.
So,
yes. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Look, I'm still selling for you.
Okay, I know. That's good to know, though, because people are also at home on breathing machines, too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
they have smaller ones. They have huge ones.
Yeah.
That can power like your whole house.
Right.
They are expensive.
Well, I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
Much more bigger scale than the Generacs, I'm sure.
Right.
Man, what's your approach to standing out in a competitive market? What tactics do you use to stand out in a competitive market? Because there's a lot of realtors out there. What do you do?
So many realtors. I try to be personable, likable.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are like, you're not always like that. I mean, of course, no one's always like that, but I do want to be remembered. Like, I want your experience with me to be positive, happy, and light.
A great one.
Yes. Also, I hope I'm making content that people actually like and want to see. Yeah. And collaborating. That helps as well.
That's a big one too. Yeah. Okay. So you feel like you've been really successful in that area, and it looks like you've been successful in that area because you guys are doing really well.
Yeah, it's been booming. Like
yes. Yeah. Wow. Have you had a moment since you've gotten started that you felt like, oh my God, what am I doing? Have you been disappointed or had a time when it was just challenging for you and it just made you think about your choice of even being in real estate sales?
Yes. Mainly because I'm also a new mom. So I started all over. I have a 26-year-old, but I also have a 2 and a 1-year-old.
Girl.
And so it does take a lot of time.
Yes.
away from your babies.
It does.
And so it's a lot of times where I'm like, ugh, I wish I could just stay home and love on my babies.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
We ought to they're going to be happy eventually in the long run.
That's right.
See what we're building.
That's right. Setting up a legacy for those kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is, though, you don't have a 9 to 5 where you actually got to clock in at 9. I got to get off at 5. I got a 1 hour lunch break. So there is a blessing in that you kind of have some flex. You got a little flex.
You can definitely create your own schedule. So
exactly. That's a yes, that's critically important these days, especially for parents of smaller kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to have that flex time.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying the market is some people are saying market is great, but I think it depends on if you're a buyer, if you're a seller. Mm-hmm. Have you noticed the increase or a decrease in the economy? Or people, is it up for regular home buyers, like single dwelling home buyers, and more up for investment properties? Or what are you seeing in the market when it comes to that?
So it's definitely a buyer's market right now.
Okay.
So
because
there's a lot of inventory.
What about the pricing, though? How about the pricing?
Has been favorable for the buyers.
Okay.
So they are able to negotiate a little bit better.
Okay. Now. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
There has been a change over the past couple of years.
Yeah. Interest rates, or I haven't looked lately.
They're going down a little bit.
Okay.
They kind of remain steady, but they've gone down a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
It's definitely in favor of the buyer right now.
Okay, so it's more of a buyer's market.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the fact that there's so much inventory out there, they have more negotiation room, right? Is that a factor?
More negotiation room, and that's one of the biggest things. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay. Man, that makes it harder on the buyer, though, I guess, on a level, because there's so many places to choose from, but they have that negotiation factor. Unless you just
have like your hard, I want this. You kind of have more flexibility as a buyer right now.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I hear a lot of people talking, and they're saying a lot of people are scared to buy right now, which I don't know if it's because the person that we have in office, or if a lot of people are having job issues. I don't know. So I'm going to have to ask, do you see more single dwelling buyers, or do you see more investor duplex type purchases?
Definitely more investors, for sure.
Wow.
And it's crazy because, I was having a conversation with a young lady the other day, and it was like, a lot of people don't know what they can do until they know what they can do. Right?
You don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
And then
So you have to have the right people.
Yeah.
And like, she was like, oh, my credit score is this. And I'm like, you can get, it was good. That's the thing.
Oh,
it was good.
But she thought it was bad.
She was like, yeah, and I'm like, you can definitely do something. Who have you been consulting with? Right. So a lot of people are kind of fearful, but the ones that aren't, they're not. And so one of our duplexes, I went the other day to, they were doing an inspection, and I met the young lady. She's 27.
Okay.
Buying a duplex.
Nice.
And she's going to live in one, rent out the other.
Exactly.
And we're seeing a lot of young single ladies. They're the ones that's kind of, so y'all men need to step it up.
I love that, though, for the ladies.
The ladies are, like, mostly what we have are single women coming in investing.
Yeah. I love that, though.
Yeah.
I love that, though.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's very,
I think the philosophy, men are thinking, I need to buy a house. They're not thinking duplex. They're not thinking investments as much as the females are, the ladies. And it's probably a little easier for the ladies to do the duplex. And I also think there's more ladies that are single these days that are still doing well enough on their own.
Right.
And they want to do something. Because I think women are a lot more, the single women are a lot more finance savvy when it comes to making investments.
That's
because
right.
they think about that.
Yeah.
But a
It
man is
seems
just,
to
I
be.
want to
I'm
buy a
not.
house
I
and
don't
be
know,
done.
but
That's
it's
good
what it
though.
seems like
Come on,
right
step
now.
up, man.
Yeah.
Step it up, man.
These
We
women
want to
are out
see
here
it.
killing it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. How do you handle difficult clients or deals that are about to fall apart? How do you handle? Because I know that's a challenge, and I know it probably happens. So, have you had a client, for example, that was difficult enough that you just had to say, I know contracts are in place though with most clients, right?
Yeah,
and you probably can't just walk away. I can't remember the truck and trailer rules, but how do you handle those clients that are totally difficult to deal with? And how do you salvage a deal that's about to fall apart, like on the day of closing?
Well, I haven't had that now.
Well, good. That's
Thank
good.
God, right?
Yes.
I would definitely say keep an open and honest communication.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does have to be brutal. And there have been cases where you have to be like, look, do you want to lose this over this? Or, do you want to lose your money? Or whatever the case may be. But you have to be open and honest.
Right.
If you feel like it's starting to fall apart, maybe collaborate or get with everybody, all parties involved, and try to come up with some kind of solution to salvage it.
Exactly.
Right? But,
yeah.
I haven't had that, but there have been some situations. And you just have to be honest.
Yep. Yeah.
As brutally honest. I try to.
Open and honest.
I add a little honey to it, but you got to. Make it a little sweet, but you gotta be brutally honest with these people.
That's true. Because otherwise something to come up that, say for example, you didn't know about, and it could ruin a whole deal too.
Exactly.
So you gotta be open and transparent about everything in order to have a seamless deal.
Exactly.
And if it is something wrong, let me know what it is so I can fix it.
Yeah.
Instead of it being a major problem.
Exactly.
So I want to step back just a second and talk about the credits, the beacon scores, the credit scores. So what is, if a person has a really low credit score but they make a lot of money, does that help? Or is it good, or is it just as equally good or bad to have good credit and maybe the person isn't making that much money? Which scenario is best, and can you work with both of those, and which one can you not do anything about?
I will say we can work with anybody.
Okay.
Anybody. The only thing is if you have like a bankruptcy recent, or like they say, don't buy a car before you buy the house. You're increasing your debt to income ratio when you're already approved. But I mean, of course, your credit can't be like 400.
Right.
But if it's closer to 6, it doesn't have to be 6, but closer to 6, we can definitely work with you.
Okay.
But you have to have enough money to be able to afford it as well.
Is that making money or money in the bank? Which one is more important? Because people have been asking me this too. If I have a 600 credit score, I have $100,000 in the bank, but I'm only making $2,000 a month. Which of those factors are more important when institutions are looking at a deal?
So if you don't make, you have, it depends on what you're trying to buy. As well.
Okay. And how much it is. How much?
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you're trying to buy a $200,000 house, that could work, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to buy a $400,000 duplex, they're probably not going to want to finance that.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Because that's been a lot of questions. I have people asking me even, because I think I know everything, but they come to me and ask, well, I don't know. But,
if you have
not
money,
exactly.
Again, we do have, at JD Thibodeaux Homes and Thibodeaux Realty Group, we do have in-house financing that we can kind of work with anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't have nothing and no income,
right.
But
you got to have something. Of course. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, I'm gonna send all those people. I'm gonna tell them, hey, I got somebody for you.
We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, because a lot of people will tell me, they said, I'm saving. They said I have good credit, but I'm saving for a down payment. Talk about the myth of the down payment. Is it It's never mandatory to have a down payment unless what?
No, it's never. I'm not going to say it's never mandatory. It just depends on what type of financing you're getting.
Okay.
So, if you're doing an FHA or conventional, we may have programs that will be able to, have down payment assistance. It's really a case by case scenario.
Yeah. Because it's so many myths.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of things on the internet, and I don't know if it was on your page, or I'm not sure whose page it was on, but it addressed that. It said most people feel like they have to have a huge amount of money for a down payment. Most people have in their head this 20% number. I got to have 20% down before I can even go buy a house.
With a conventional loan, it was 20%, but I've just worked with a young lady.
Okay.
She only needed 5%.
Okay.
For her conventional loan. So yeah, it's just a case by case scenario. But typically, no, you don't need a whole bunch of money down. Even with building.
Okay.
A lot of people think you have to come with. Now you do have to come with something,
right,
for like the soft costs, but you don't have to have like 100,000 to start.
Yeah. Okay. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That answers a lot of questions, because I was getting that in my messages too.
Yeah.
Do I need money? And
you have to have that's another reason why you say you have to have the right team.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
They'll steer you in the right direction, or the wrong team will steer you in the wrong direction, and have you scared, thinking you can't do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or having a really bad experience trying to work with the wrong team.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, okay, you guys, I hope you're hearing this. A lot of misconceptions out there about buying real estate.
Yeah.
So actually, and we just talked about all this, so this is great. My next question was going to be, how can people that are out there, we already talked about it though, which is wonderful. How can people out there that are interested in buying get started with the process? So, and what are the triggers and what are the do's and don'ts? So we kind of discussed that already. Right. So that's perfect. So, guys, if you are wanting to buy a property, whether it's a single family dwelling or a duplex, we're going to give you all of Tiffany's information at the end. And, as she stated, it's critically important to have someone on your team that you trust and that have your best interest at heart.
Yes.
Okay. Because a lot of people are, just driven by making a buck, and they don't care about the client. So that's critically important. Okay. Let's talk about the duplex giveaway that people have been going crazy about. Let's talk about it. So people are so excited about that.
Yeah.
So give us all the information on that.
Okay.
And let us know what's happening with that.
So JB THIBODEAUX Homes and Properties is partnering with the NAACP Houston and Prosperity Bank, and we're doing a big duplex giveaway. So right now the applications are open. Go to www.jbthibodeaux.com. Click on Duplex Giveaway to apply. One of the qualifications is they want you to be mortgage ready, not because you will have to have a mortgage, but because we're trying to basically help people get generational wealth and hopefully build developers, investors, and things of that.
Okay, so real quick, tell everybody, just in case some don't know, what exactly is ready, mortgage ready, buy ready. What does that mean?
So we just want you to have a decent credit score, decent debt to income ratio, and no bankruptcy. That's pretty much it. And when I say decent credit score, it may be 580 and above. Yeah.
Okay. I think 580 and above. Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't rule out a lot of people.
Right.
Matter of fact, I didn't even look at the stats,
yeah,
which I wanted to do before the show. And you probably don't know this off the top or even a ballpark. Do you know what the average amount of people are? What percentage are they? Are a lot of them are more percentage over 6 or more percentage under 6?
Do you remember? Know that. I do not. But I would definitely have to.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I actually meant to have those stats for you guys to kind of see where people fall in the credit score range. But yeah, I think there's not that many. There's not that high percentage of people that's under the 580 mark. I don't think so. You know,
it's a good thing.
The possibility is out there. So again, tell them how they can apply, and tell them one more time what the qualifications are.
So the qualifications are a credit score of 580 and above. Debt to income ratio can't be too high, and no bankruptcies.
No bankruptcies.
And go to www.jbthibodeaux.com. Click on Duplex Giveaway, and it will give you it's a questionnaire. It'll give you all the questions you may have. There's a frequently asked questions section and a terms and conditions section. So I definitely feel like you should definitely read all of that as well, because we've been having a lot of questions come in. It's like, you didn't read it, bitch.
Right.
You didn't read
They were probably asking some basic ones.
Yeah.
That was in the first paragraph.
Right.
Probably.
But it
so read
is a
through
$100 fee. I do want to put that out there, but that's just for the credit pool. Yeah. So a lot of people were saying, are we profiting? We're not profiting anything. It is to run the credit. Yeah. But just to give a little more information, we will be selecting 44. He's calling it the JBT 44. Okay. And they will have to go through a 6-week course. Okay. So it's called the Duplex Flex First Home First Investment Masterclass. Okay. So in this class, you will be going over home ownership. You will definitely be going over the credit, financial literacy, the build process. That's good. Land, how to find land, how to pick it, appraisal, like everything that you would need to know to build and for home ownership. That's very good. It is mandatory to go through the 6-week course. And then on October 18th, we will be selecting one lucky winner. Okay. In that time, we won't be handing over a duplex. Yeah. Okay. It's actually creating a developer. So that person will go through the entire process. Okay. Picking the land, going through permitting, the building, and at the end, they will have a duplex. I love that. Yes. Even if you're not the person that's selected, going through that course and obtaining all of that knowledge is huge. Yes. It's huge. Yes. And we will have industry experts. Yes. And they have some celebrities or what are they? Influencers. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Influencers. In the courses. So they're going to be getting a lot. Yes. Also, the 43 that are not chosen will get $25,000 to be used towards either a JB Thibodeaux build or one of our affiliate builders. Hey man, you guys better go enroll, apply. Yeah. Even if you don't win the duplex. It's totally worth it. So definitely, please go apply. Give them the contact info again. One more time. www.jbthibodeaux.com. Click on Duplex Giveaway and go apply. Today. Right now. Apply. Today. But it is for Houston. Okay. Only. Okay. So, yeah. I love that. Yeah. I'm coming to I just want to be there. Yeah. I will be there. Okay. You will definitely be getting an invite to the soiree. Okay. Perfect. Where we announce the one winner. Yay. Can't wait. Love it. Love it. Be huge. Yes, it is. It's going to be huge. Yes. So that's the information you guys have been waiting for. Please go do that. And I will be there. Yes. Let's talk about one mistake that you made early in your career. Can you think of one mistake that you made early in your career? And for the people that are wanting to be an agent or get into the business, what advice do you have for them? So one mistake that I made, there were several. One is setting boundaries. Okay. You have to set boundaries with your clients. Okay. Because burnout is very real. Oh, very real. And I had one of my first clients, she wanted to see every house. And I was just showing her every single house. Was she pre-qualified already, though? She was pre-qualified, okay. But she wanted to see tons of homes. Yeah. Okay. We did about 40 homes. Whoa. And that was unheard of. Oh, my gosh. But I didn't know that at the time. I was still learning. Right. And another thing is having a mentor. Someone that you can call, discuss. Right. Answer the questions for you. Right. So when I initially got my license, I went under a friend of a family's brokerage. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not here to answer any of your questions. Call Har, call Trey."
Really? Wait, that was a broker?
He was, but he was a friend of the family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. And the
he was
broker is kind of really supposed to be that person that's your quote unquote mentor, though, right? Because you're under their umbrella.
If you get a good brokerage, so that's
if you get a good brokerage,
make sure you get a good brokerage. And now I know I'm with the best, so.
Yeah, boom, there you go. Yeah. I love it.
Gen.
I love it. Next gen. I love it. That is absolutely amazing. All right, you guys. So you've gotten the advice from Tiffany. She's given you all the deets on what to do, what not to do, all the tips on buying a home. It's been an absolutely amazing show tonight. And I totally want to thank you very much. Thank you for coming to join us today on the Red Sofa. And real estate is such an important topic, and a lot of people don't have the information they need. There's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of untruths out there, a lot of theories. But I think, and I know you'll back me up on this, owning real estate is one of the top things that we all must strive to do, whether it's an investment property for income and revenue, or just owning your own place. And if you can, do both.
Yeah,
own a place for yourself and invest.
One of the top things that that anyone should do to build generational wealth.
Yes,
one of the only investments that'll give you the best return.
Yeah, and generational wealth, pass it down, create legacies. All right, Tiffany, thank you
so much for having me.
You're really so very welcome. So happy to have you here. And again, you guys, we are grateful for Tiffany. You can look her up on Instagram. She's also given you all of her contact information for THIBODEAUX Realty Group. Please go sign up to win that duplex and gain all of that knowledge about the world of real estate and how you can get in there. Thank you so much.